Time is now 5 o'clock. Welcome to the South King Fire Board of Fire Commissioners meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Chief Sukol, pledge allegiance, please. Thank you, Chief. We have Commissioner Burrs has an excuse today, won't be here. Commissioner Monroe should be online. Before we start, we have a change on the agenda. We switched to number 11, which is executive session, to number 13, and we added another executive session. So that would be number 14. That being said, item number 3, approval of minutes from the following board meetings: regular meeting on March 24th, 2026, and special meeting on April 13th, 2026. I believe we are all present. We have a motion for both meetings.
I move that we approve the minutes for both those meetings.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Fuller, second by Commissioner Vedino. Any discussion on that motion at all? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioner Monroe. I was just going to ask you. Commissioner comments? Item number 4, I believe Commissioner Fuller.
No
Anything?
comments.
Commissioner Vedino?
No comment.
Your leadership. I am here not as a council member. I am speaking on behalf of my personal journey. I am a heart patient, heart attack survivor since 2018. I was saved by one of your crews. I'm not sure who they are, but I recall one of them recognizing Paul Pinkstaff as being part of that crew. I remember not feeling too well that day and going home. A few hours later, I began to feel nauseous. I woke my wife up, take me to the hospital, and I said, second thought, call 911. The unit responded in minutes. I don't know how many, but by the time they got there, I was nearly passed out. Now, I'm told that I was only a few minutes away from going into cardiac arrest. But thanks to the leadership of the crew, whoever was there giving orders, they diagnosed me as having a massive heart attack. I am here to say how appreciative I am, how I will forever be indebted to the South King County Fire Department for their expertise and for saving my life. Excuse me, I get a little emotional. I just turned 60 in December. I've got many, many more years to live. I see myself as a person who not only survives now, but I thrive. I am running half marathons. Someday I will be a marathon runner. I am here as a member of the community, just as a private citizen where I've lived with my family for the past 25 years to promote heart health. I want to be in partnership with South King County Fire in whatever way possible, whether it's promoting your blood drive that I just read on your website is coming up on May 12th, to free blood pressure checks that apparently every station does. And I think that is so cool. Had I had the wherewithal to have my blood pressure checked, maybe it could have told me something. Go get checked out by your doctor. My heart attack was brought on by high blood pressure, stress, and high cholesterol. Those three things are silent killers. So I want to promote heart health in whatever way I can. In my official capacity as a council member, I would want to seek any way possible to work in partnership with you and your department to make sure that the community knows that how important it is to be healthy, get your numbers checked, get your blood pressures checked. Most of all, take care of yourselves and each other. So I just wanted to come here and say thank you. Thank you. If Paul Pinkstaff was on that crew, please reach out to him and let him know how much I feel I owe him a debt of gratitude and his crew. Wherever he is, I hope that he's doing well. He and his family are blessed. And that goes for everybody on the crew. So I just want to say thank you to the board for their leadership, for your direction. I encourage you to stay strong and resilient. I know resources can be kind of lean in these days, but whatever I can do to support the department in whatever way. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Sessions, thank you for that. I'm sure the crews are very thankful for you, for you're thanking us, but we work for you also, and we look forward to networking with you, helping you out at the city council. Thank you. Any other public comments? Okay. Hearing and seeing none. Item number 6 down the commissioner committee reports. Commissioner Fuller, are you starting?
Yes, I'm a relatively new member of the Budget, Finance, and Audit Committee, but one of the things that's outstanding in many of the things we're dealing with is that the future decisions need the results of the standards of cover result that's beginning soon, and that will determine with quantitatively the new decisions on where a new station would be, what kind of vehicle, well, how much we can afford in different kinds of vehicles, and what kind of vehicles do we really need. And one of those is interesting because I used to watch a TV program that I can't remember its name, but it was two guys that came in a non-aid car, but in a utility vehicle that responded to aid calls. And it's something like going back to that so we don't, and looking at that concept. Um, that's my comments.
Thank you. Medina.
Okay, so we have some change orders for the fire admin building this month. It is in your guys' packets, but for some highlights, number 36 was $42,000 related to how the trusses are laid out in certain areas of the first floor. $23,000 was related to an updated design of the front lobby. $28,000 related to an extended garage level. So the total for this approval would be $120,900. So I can make a motion.
Please do.
I move to approve change orders for the total of $120,920.44. Those are total change orders of $349,801.50.
Motion by Commissioner Medina. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Commissioner Monroe. Any other discussion on that motion on the table on the change orders?
We expect additional change orders, don't we, coming down the line? What do you think is the primary cause of those change orders?
The answer to that is yes, we're going to have additional change orders coming down.
Yeah.
That's inevitable. There's probably multiple root causes to it, not the
Yeah.
least of which is the complexity of the building as you take it apart and then figure out things that weren't in the original plans. So a number of those things have happened. They should be getting less and less as the project evolves. And Chief Sukol or Director Lee, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Having been there, I understand that. It's there's a lot of things about the building we didn't know because you couldn't see it. And as you looked at the building codes, you got to conform to those.
Good afternoon, commissioners. Can you hear me? So to jump on what Chief said, yeah, we're currently at about 9.11, I think 9.11% for contingency. So there's a lot of unforeseen conditions in existing buildings, and so we tore everything apart. Nothing was measured correctly in terms of the as-built, as described before, and as well as the ceilings. You know, the trusses were laid out in one direction on the as-built, but then we opened everything up. They were in the perpendicular direction. So there's a lot of gymnastics that had to happen for coordination in the ceiling, which is why we had to add lineal feet for our mechanical. That's why the costs have gone up. But we've done everything we could to mitigate some of those costs, but we're still within our threshold, 10%.
Okay, thank you.
Is those change orders, those are just for the inside, correct?
Correct.
We haven't gone to the outside yet.
We're moving our way now to the outside, and so we'll see some additional change orders with Lake Haven and small minor tweaks inside, but nothing significant at this point, knock on wood.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay. Committee reports. Any other committee reports? Commissioner Medina.
Yes. So Craig isn't here, but we had a policy and procedure committee meeting. Going down the list of things we discussed in the retreat to update our guidelines. Have a few of them in your packet, which are ready. Want to approve tonight. We have updated the uniform policy, standing committees. We went down to 4 committees off of our long list before, and then we updated the descriptions of those. We made a change to make the oath of office the first of the year, and then we added a 48-hour turnaround time on emails. No questions.
Commissioner Monroe, do you have any questions before we make the motion?
Sorry about that. I do not.
Thank you.
I think we did.
You didn't have a motion to go to the guy. Yeah, change orders, yes. For the guidelines? No, you're right. Didn't vote on that, did we? So on the, oh, we did. So we did have a motion, I'm sorry, for the change orders. So no discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Commissioner Monroe? We are going back to the motion. We had a motion on the table for the change orders. Did you say aye?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Now we can move to the. Thank you. So, do you want to make a motion for the guidelines?
I move to approve the changes to the guidelines included in your packet in or sections.
It's a motion on the table for Commissioner Medina to accept the guidelines as written. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Fuller, you have seconded the motion. Is there any discussion on the guidelines or comments or any questions at this time for that? Hearing seen none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Commissioner Monroe? Daddy, yes?
Aye. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, we have our guidelines. So just quick question again. So how many things do we have left on the guidelines to finish?
We are going down the list from the retreat. There's a fairly long.
Thank you. All right. We're down to item number 7, Community Affairs Officer Public Education Presentation. I think you. Thank you for coming.
Technical difficulties. Okay, my name's Eric Kiphart. I'm the Community Affairs Officer for South King Fire. Been officer for almost 6 months now. Still haven't got everything figured out, but so as one of my duties, I'm in charge of social media. So in the last 6 months, we've had about 12,000 followers on Facebook, 3,500 on Instagram. And out of those followers, we've had 1.2 million views in the last 6 months. And then on Instagram, we've had about 9,000 views. Any questions on social media? No? Okay. I don't
I
know.
do have a comment. The quality of the material and
Okay.
the eye catching is people have commented they like catches their attention.
Well, that's our point. We're trying to get people involved and get people looking at us because we got good people and we like to show off all the good stuff we do. So some of the events that we've done in the last 6 months, not in any particular order: Melanin and Medicine, the mayor's State of the City, Emery's birthday. He's 11 years old. He's the penguin that supports 911 in King County. The Federal Way STEAM program, the Business Readiness Summit, tree lighting at both both Des Moines and Federal Way, and then the annual Park Appreciation, which Dougie Fur was announced. That's the new mascot for Federal Way. So we were there. We were there for his first. So I've seen approximately 5,000 people over those events in the last 6 months. Any questions on any of our events? I think I've seen you guys at most of the events. You were at the mayor's with me. You guys have been at events, so. And then we have more events coming up too. So the summer is going to be very full. Just be prepared, be flexible.
Are there events that commissioner, you would like to have a commissioner attend?
You
just
guys
to,
can
to
attend.
help you?
You can attend anyone. You're more than welcome to show up to any of them. We have, well, we don't, but we're invited to Federal Way, the city of Federal Way's Hooked on Fishing coming up this Saturday at Steel Lake. We have the blood drive on the 12th. We have the new, if it's open, the new pickleball, the Pickler. We're having a tournament there on the 31st of May. In June, we're having a Federal Way police officer firefighter basketball game. We have lots of events all summer long.
Lori, would it be appropriate to put some of those on the on our calendar? Okay, great, thank you.
So some of the events that we have already done, we did Lunch with the Legend, where we had our 11 new recruits get introduced to a bunch of our retirees. So they got to spend the day here, got to meet them. Like I mentioned, we have the John Moncrief Vince Veranda Memorial Blood Drive coming up on the 12th. We got the pickleball tournament I mentioned, the basketball with Federal Way, and again, the Hooked on Fishing for Steel Lake.
Do we have a good enough team to beat the police department then? Years ago, we used to have that particular.
Well, we haven't played them since COVID, so we've had a little bit of a dry spell.
Yeah.
Well, before COVID, yes, we used to beat them pretty regularly. We have a younger team now. We have a lot younger, very athletic. I have high hopes. A couple of our guys. In fact, there's a basketball practice tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, if you want to attend.
No.
It's open to anybody that wants to attend.
I'll take pictures.
Okay. I'll send you the address. Any other questions on any of our current events or events planning? We haven't picked a date yet, but have you guys ever been to any of our scout nights? Do you guys ever hear about one of our scout nights? We haven't done since COVID either. We're going to try to open it up to all children of South King County, but do another event like that. We just haven't picked a date yet. So it's on the to be determined.
The egg drop at Green Gables will be on the 10th
of
June.
10th of June for the
yeah,
egg
I'll
drop.
get you the details later.
Okay. Oh, Shark in the Park's coming up. They're shutting down Des Moines on the July 12th. They're expecting about 1,500 people to show up to the Shark in the Park. So if you guys want to participate with the Des Moines, could be fun. And of course, we got World Cup. Lots of events. No other questions? Turn it over to our pub ed.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having us. My name is Anna Parker. I was hired in January as the public educator for South King Fire. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've done so far and then what my plans are for the future. So in our senior living presentation section, I have visited 5 senior living centers and given presentations there, and I have 2 scheduled coming up. There should be about 55 people attending the upcoming events. I have educated 253 people so far attending these senior living center presentations. We've focused on all of the things listed: emergency preparedness, fire extinguisher use, some hands-only CPR, lots of fall prevention and fire prevention information for those folks, and then how to appropriately respond if there's an alarm in their building or in their apartment. So I have been compiling and adapting a lot of curriculum so that I could enter our K-12 schools this year, even though we're on the tail end of the school year. So I have already focused on kindergarten and first grade, as well as second and third grade. So for kindergarten and first grade, I'm using some NFPA adopted curriculums that focus on firefighters as community helpers so that we know that they're there to help us. We don't hide from them. We don't run away from them. Focusing on understanding that some things in our homes could be hot or not, and what we should touch versus what we should not touch, as well as matches and lighters are for grown-ups, not for kids. We focus on calling 911, when to call 911, how to appropriately call 911, as well as get low and go. For second and third grade, I am using the Home Fire Safety Patrol curriculum, which is FEMA adapted. It focuses on smoke alarms, home fire dangers, and home escape plans. Any questions so far? Nope. Okay. So far I have visited 7 different schools in our jurisdiction, and I have 6 more scheduled before the end of the school year. I visited 11 classrooms and 11 teachers. That concluded with 425 students who have been educated so far. And then with those 6 upcoming schools that I'll be visiting, there should be 418 students that are educated by the end of the school year. I've done 6 car seat inspections and installs as well. And then moving forward, my hopes are to create curriculums for all of our 4th through 12th grade students in our jurisdiction as well as creating some online resources for preschools to use so that we don't have to necessarily visit them. They can access that and teach it in-house. I'm really hoping to focus on some CRR stuff. I want to do a community risk assessment to determine what we need in our community and what else I need to be educating folks on, like life jackets, helmets, window falls, lithium-ion batteries, all that fun, exciting stuff. And then I'm really hoping to do some internal trainings as well and focusing on some CRR initiatives inside of our department. So, any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I work at Green Gables, and I have very little success in talking the principal into allowing an engine to be present during a fire drill.
Okay.
I have about 3 or 4 of them a year. And just so that they, particularly the younger ones, can see what a firefighter looks like.
Yeah.
And what an engine looks like, and get that kind of exposure that they aren't scary people.
Yes.
And what they do look like.
Yeah.
Concentrating on the principles, it would be the way to do it. Now I'll give you the name of my principal, and I'll have you work on her.
Okay. Yeah, I visited Green Gables right before I came here. So,
Great school.
yeah, it is. The first lesson in all of our kindergarten and first grade curriculum is focusing on firefighters are here to help us. I have them put their bunkers on in front of the kids so that they can see this is the same person. They're not scary. They're here to protect you, all that good stuff. So thank you.
And on the window falls, did we partner with Central Pierce on what's going on with that program?
Have we, or
Yeah, did we?
not yet? No.
Did you explain to some folks what that program Central Pierce put out?
Yeah, so they shared some information about how window falls are more prevalent during this time of year. Folks are opening their windows more, and people are more susceptible to fall. So they're giving out window locks and teaching folks how to use those and what they're for, so that there's less window falls.
Summertime again.
Yeah.
So when you get into community risk reduction things, how are you measuring what's going out there?
Yeah, so I am still in the process of creating a community risk assessment, so I have not been able to do that yet, but I'm in the works of creating one so that once we do it, I can really hone in on exactly what we need to be teaching in our curriculum in our community. Yeah.
Some of the communities have pretty active homeowners or associations. Those might be get outside of a group that
Yeah.
probably ignores this kind of stuff.
Great recommendation.
Any other questions?
I had a quick question. Thank
Commissioner
you for
Murrow.
the presentation. Yep, thanks. Thank you for the presentation. I was curious, how do you measure success for this? Or you mentioned you had just started in the role. So is it a new program, or how does it work?
Yeah, so all of the things I'm doing are new. We haven't had a public educator since 2009, so I'm kind of starting from scratch. And I am doing pre and post assessments at all of the trainings that I'm doing. So seeing what folks know before I give the training and then doing a quick assessment afterwards to gauge what kind of information, what kind of growth they've had.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
Presentation. Thanks for meeting. We're glad to meet you too, Hannah. To see your face on the newsletter. Thank you. We're going to move on to, thanks, Eric. Move on to item number 8, the administrative team report. Chief.
Yeah, good evening. I'll have my remarks limited because we do have a full agenda tonight. A couple updates for you outside of what you saw in the staff report. One of which is Chief Sukol and I worked, and a lot of members of the team worked with Rosenbauer. This is pertaining to the ladder cancellation. There is no cancellation fee that's going to be levied against us, and we are working with them on a new ladder that's consistent with our operational deployment goals. There's not a lot of details other than to say that's the update that we did have today. And as more details come in, we'll keep it, not only the board, but the department apprised of that. I was at the Des Moines City Council meeting last week and had a chance to meet the board. It was a good, positive experience. I did take them a framed 75th anniversary artwork poster, the ones that Lori put together, in a cup. And it was nice because the city manager gave the police chief a bad time that he hadn't done anything like that for. So it was a little bit of levity, but it was good to connect with them. And so we'll be continuing to have a bigger presence at both Des Moines and Federal Way when they have council meetings. As you saw in the staff updates, we are partnering with a couple local agencies for the executive level team for leadership training. So we're excited to kick that off in September. And then as well as we do have some supervisor level ethical training coming up beginning in June. We've started planning for our September 11th event. So that we'll have more information out. That's obviously a big 25th year anniversary for that. And then I'm excited this coming weekend, our Explore program, they're going to be doing training here. So I'm going to come and watch and maybe participate a little bit with some of the extrication they're doing. So that's briefly all I had for you tonight. Any questions on anything?
Any questions, comments?
We continue to get an update on the heavy rescue, and we got one more thing to try. We'll try that and see if it works. Are we ready to send Eric down there to talk about legal consequences of us not having a heavy rescue, basically because of construction?
Yeah, let Chief Sukol talk about what the state of that is, and at the appropriate time, obviously, Eric we'll bring in bring him in when it's appropriate for sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so Ken has been monitoring and working with Spartan and our new regional connection here. We're to get weekly updates. They've isolated down to the front driver's side suspension and not a frame issue at this time. We will be sending Ken and team back after the completion, and if they say it is okay, they will be testing it at the site to see. We're going to request a frame engineer also there so we can ask some questions regarding the build. It does have a lifetime frame warranty on it, but it depends on the build, right? So we're tracking it. Ken and the team are very aware of it, in contact with them at this time, and they were just waiting on parts last week. So they should probably get those parts in now and then rebuild that front end, and we'll see where we're at from there.
When you do a test down there, will you put enough weight in it so it's comparable to when it's fully loaded?
Yeah, we have a whole list of going, including the list of our mechanics times. And then we will be working with their team on what we can for weight and what we cannot for weight. We can't bring all of our equipment to put on there, but we can maybe
Right.
do something. But we were having it pop without the equipment on there. So it was doing it without the equipment. So we'll just make sure that we'll have our team who's elite go into it and make sure that it's to our standards before we accept it back.
Thank you.
Yeah,
One
the-
other question. People have mentioned Hoyt Road property. Where is that?
Yeah, right where Hoyt meets 509 or Dash Point. There,
Okay.
right on that corner, there's a piece of property that we own.
Okay.
Right where that, do you know
That's where that roundup is. Right, roundabout. Once I get all the track marks. Any other questions? Comment, Chief, thank you for scheduling the training that you're having. Very much. Congratulations to Father Joe Eliason for his retirement, and back to Lieutenant Stokes for rejoining again. Green team. Thank you. Any other comments? Mr. Monroe, do you have anything? I just want to make sure I got you.
No.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. We move to April budget. Item number 9.
Good evening, Commissioners. Closing out the month of April puts us 1/3 of the way through the year, and as such, we would expect to be at target 33 and 33/100ths of a percent. We are currently at 30 and 87/100ths of a percent, putting us at 2 and 46/100ths of a percent under budget for the year. So we're starting out the year quite well. We would expect to be around here. We have projects and expenditures that we haven't started yet, so we'll monitor that as the year progresses. I'm sure that gap will close, but for right now, we're doing well. And tonight, we have Finance Specialist Lorraine Young here to read you the specifics.
Thank you. We have mid-month utilities of $143,492.74. Accounts payable warrants of $1,575,742.11. The payroll direct deposits of $1,836,414.41. The EFTPS payroll taxes of $415,489.63, and medical claims processed as of April 21st of $566,388.48 for a total approval of $4,537,527.37.
Thank you. We have a motion to accept the budget. Give me the vouchers.
I move that we approve the total approval, $4,537,527.37.
Thank you, Commissioner Furl. Is there a second?
A second.
Motion by Commissioner Fuller, seconded by Commissioner Rodino. Any other discussion on approval of vouchers? Motion on the table. Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Commissioner, thank you. All right, thank you. So at this time, the board convened executive session per RCW 42.30.110(1)(c). Consider the minimum price at which real estate will be offered for sale or lease when public knowledge regarding such consideration would cause a likelihood of decreased price. However, final action selling or leasing public property shall be taken in a meeting open to the public. Joining the board in executive session will be Chief Woody, Executive Director Ganem, Assistant Chief Michaels and Sukul, Executive Secretary Lloyd Perry, Matt Murray, Dean Deline, and Legal Counsel. Time is now 5:40. We're recessed for 30 minutes to 6